The Cowboys have a big decision coming up. For the past decade, Jason Garrett has been such an average coach. Dallas has officially told Garrett that they are moving on from him. Jerry Jones runs the Cowboys like a family, so this can be tough. Then reports came out that Jason Garrett is not taking the news too well. But back to the Cowboys. With talented players like Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and Amari Cooper, with even more on the defense, Dallas is going to need a coach to help rejuvenate the team. Here's 5 potential people who I think could be the next Dallas Cowboys coach. Hey everyone, it's Gabrielle, or Vi3G. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Now let's move on to the video. Number 1, Urban Meyer. So this name has been thrown around a lot. Urban Meyer is a legendary college coach. This would be a good thing for the Cowboys. Many people think that he will go to the Browns because he is an Ohio guy with coaching at Ohio State, but his name is still being thrown around in the conversation. So the biggest positive for Meyer is his offensive scheme. It is something that Dak Prescott should be able to do very well in, but there are some red flags that should worry the Cowboys. He left Florida and Ohio State due to health issues. Hopefully he could stay healthy if he were to sign with the Cowboys, but missing a head coach in the middle of a season or even just for a game, that can be really detrimental to an NFL team. Another red flag is that Meyer hasn't called plays in more than a decade. So this could be a problem for Dallas when their system needs to be constantly changed due to what's going on with the other team. Number 2, Lincoln Riley. So this is who I would pick if I was Jerry Jones right now. I think that Lincoln Riley is a great choice for the Cowboys. He has accomplished so much at Oklahoma. His overall record is 36-5. He's led his teams to the college playoffs, and he's worked with Heisman winners. So that is really good for Dak. You know, he has experience helping quarterbacks just develop and, you know, change their style of play, and it's been very successful. He's worked with guys such as Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts, but I think this can be great for Dak and having someone who can really help him develop and change to an offensive scheme. Why I think he's the best option for Dallas is because he's a young coach. He's only 36 years old, and I think he's a guy that Jerry Jones could mold into a coach that he wants. He did that with Jason Garrett, but as you can tell, it didn't really work out, showing that over, you know, the past 8 seasons, how well, you know, Jason Garrett has done. Not very well. You know, the one knock on him in college was his defense. That wasn't his main skill when it comes to him coaching. But in the NFL, it's fine. All you need to do is get a good defense coordinator and be fine, especially with the Dallas Cowboys defense. That is perfectly acceptable. The biggest red flag other than that is his inexperience in the NFL compared to other coaches that they're interviewing for position. I know that hasn't really come out that Lincoln Riley has been, you know, that they've interviewed him. But I think that he would be someone that they should interview. I just think he's the best overall option, but that's my perspective. Number 3, Mike McCarthy. So it has come out yesterday that the Cowboys are interviewing the former Packers coach. McCarthy did not coach during the 2019-2020 season. Notable accomplishments on McCarthy's resume include a Super Bowl win at the end of the 2010 season and 3 NFC Championship games with the Packers. He's obviously had lots of success, and if the Cowboys want him to be the coach, they will have some competition because it's also being reported that he has interviewed for multiple other teams. His biggest draw is that he's been proven to win when he has been given good players to work with. But there are some red flags, the biggest one being his offensive scheme. And because it might not fit well with Dallas, and especially it might not fit with Dak, who is right now their franchise quarterback. Number 4, Marvin Lewis. The former Bengals coach is also rumored to begin an interview for the Cowboys. He was the Bengals head coach from 2013 to 2019. While the Bengals haven't been an impressive team of late, Lewis is one of the only 3 Bengals coaches to have a winning record. The biggest knock on Lewis is his 0-7 playoff record. He's been a part of successful coaching regimes in the past. It also could be good to get someone who has no ties with Dallas because it might shake things up, especially when Jerry Jones has a hard time moving on from someone who has Dallas ties because he runs a team like a family. Number 5, Eric Bieniemy. This isn't a name that's being thrown around a lot with the Dallas Cowboys conversation, but I think he could potentially get the job. He's kind of a dark horse pick. Bieniemy has helped with the explosiveness of the Chiefs offense over the past few years, being their offensive coordinator. With talent like Prescott, Zeke, and Cooper, he could help with utilizing those resources in a more effective way. Just like with Lincoln Riley, he isn't a main defensive guy, but you can get a good, defensive coordinator, and it shouldn't be a problem. A huge positive for the Cowboys, if they were able to hire Bieniemy, is his experience working with running backs. With him, being a former running back in the league himself, it's his bread and butter. After starting to work with Bieniemy, Kareem Hunt's numbers started to improve. Having Zeke, be a huge part of this offense, him working with Bieniemy, Bieniemy just having a scheme that's focused more mainly around running backs. When Kareem Hunt, before the incident in Kansas City, he just had an explosive year there. And I think that this year the main problem, a lot of people were saying, was they just weren't feeding Zeke the ball. I think if you were to hire Bieniemy, I don't think that'd be an issue, personally, because that's who he is. I would say this is the number 2 guy I would pick. He is rumored to be interviewing with the Giants, but I would also try to make a push for him. Just remember that this is my own opinion, and let me know in the comments if there's someone else, who I didn't mention who you think should, get the job for Dallas, or who do you think will get the job for Dallas? Remember, leave a like, subscribe. I'm trying to talk more about the NFL, more about sports, a little bit more about gaming other than wrestling. So, expect more of those videos kind of come out. I'm not going to be done with wrestling, but just a little bit different types of content. But also, leave a like and subscribe. We've hit, what are we at, 21,000 subscribers. That's insane. I didn't, in August, I had around 10,000 subscribers. And now I'm at 21, and it is the start of the new year. 2020 is going to be a great year. I'm very excited. Thank you. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. It's been an amazing wildcard weekend. A lot of sports conversations going on there. Funny memes, a lot being shared. Just hit me up on Twitter. Let's have a good time. All right. Thank you guys so much. It's been a girl. I'm out.